Poza rządem. Program o organizacjach pozarządowych.
Good evening, my name is Irmina. It's again program EVS Streaming Live. Once per month we can discover different aspects of the European Voluntary Service. I invite volunteers from STRIM Association to talk about their work, experience, their opinions. And today we are going to talk about, hopefully, quite a pleasant topic. We will try to discuss about how and if it's possible to discover the culture and cultural diversity through the cuisine. So it will be all about food and cooking. Very pleasant topic, as I said. And tonight my guests are Joela and Doukan. So please introduce yourself with few words.
Cześć, my name is Joela, I'm from Albania. I'm 20 years old and I just finished studying for public health. Now I'm on my EVS here.
And I'm Doukan from Turkey. I'm doing my EVS here in Poland, Krakow. My hobbies are traveling, cooking and photography.
Great. So if your hobby is cooking, then you are at the right place.
Yeah.
If I can ask you, why did you decide to come and discuss this topic? Is it particularly interesting for you, or just you wanted to pop up in the radio in Poland?
Oh, I can say something about it, because when I came I didn't know nothing about kitchen, about cooking, about nothing, and I just had to live with Doukan that he's the princess of the cooking stuff, and for 5 months or around 6 months now I am a housewife. I know how to cook and everything, so that's why I really wanted to be part of it.
Yes. Also, I'm very into cooking. I really like trying new recipes. I'm teaching her how to cook, how to try new recipes, and she's good at cooking, and we are always practicing every day.
So actually the EVS experience in which you met together, you live together, right?
Yes, we live together.
So Joela could make some progress about this cooking thing.
Oh, a lot of progress.
Through the EVS
From
project.
nothing now
Great.
I can cook amazing Ottoman recipes. Not just Albanian, because if I say Albanian recipes, Doukan will say that it's not Albanian, it's Turkish. So we have an agreement. We say that it's not Albanian, it's not Turkish, it's Ottoman recipe.
Yeah.
Nice. So probably there are quite some common things between the cuisine of your countries,
yes,
right?
yes.
A lot.
Great. And I wonder how you could translate the word cuisine into your native language, just to have a sound, an idea, how it would be in Turkish.
In
and
Turkish we
Albanian.
call it Türk mutfağı, which is mutfak is kitchen, so Turkish kitchen we call it. But also you can use cuisine.
Okay.
In Albania it's kuzhina, so it's quite similar with cuisine.
All
It
right.
seems French.
And I guess that the words that you just introduced, do they also mean like the place, the venue where you cook, and at the same time the cuisine, so the idea of
in
cooking?
Turkish, yes.
Yeah, also in
Okay.
Albania it's same.
Same in
It's the
Poland
place
also.
when you cook.
And as we don't have that much time tonight, the program is a bit shorter. I will try to get to the point directly. So I wanted to ask you, why do you think the cuisine and the topic of the food is important in our societies, and is it important to you, and why?
For me it's very important because cuisine defines the culture of the society. And if you want to know about culture, more about the culture, you have to taste what they have and what kind of special recipes they have. And when you travel the other countries, and if you don't taste their local food, you're not really going to culture. So for me it's very important.
Also, I would add just something, because for me also it's about tradition, and if you save tradition and the identity of a country, it's really amazing to say that this cuisine is Albanian cuisine, Turkish cuisine, or Polish one that we like a lot.
So discovering the culture through the food, like that you just said that it helps us to understand and to know. And I'm thinking, has it ever happened to you, like refusing the food at some place because you you felt like you were not going to like it, though it could be like cultural experience. Has it ever happened to you? Or
Yeah,
not?
it happened to me when I traveled in Thailand.
Okay.
It's okay, but some things they eat I can't really eat.
What was it?
Insects and it's their culture, but for me, if I force myself, I can't eat it.
No.
And for you, Joella, has it ever happened to you?
No, in fact, I didn't travel that much. Like to say that I refused something from a nation.
Maybe in
But,
Poland.
Oh, in Poland? Oh, Poland! I refuse cabbage and pork in everything. So I'm suffering just a bit because it's very popular cooking with pork, everything. So
That's
I'm
true.
just going to I don't refuse, but I say before that I don't eat, so they don't.
Sure. We will, or actually, I want to actually ask you already because I felt like to come back to this topic, but it's a very interesting one, and who knows how if we will have time to come back to this. You said cabbage, and so I wanted to ask you to tell us a little bit more. Are there some food products in Poland that you cannot eat or you really dislike? For example, the main ingredients of Polish dish bigos are this which you mentioned, so pork and cabbage, right?
Yeah.
Is there something else that you're thinking like, that's not for me?
No, in fact, I really like some foods of Poland because it's quite similar with Albania. Like potatoes in everything, meat in everything. It's like
That's true.
in every country, and mostly I eat everything. But when it comes to cabbage, it's very oh my god, every day, every meal they put it, and I don't I don't like it. Also, pork I don't eat for personal reasons, but it's
I
not
see.
because in Poland they don't cook it good. Sometimes I think that they cook it better than chicken or beef because I see when children eat and I am like quite jealous.
I see. What about you, Toukan? Do you have something that you dislike?
In
about
Poland, no.
Polish cuisine?
No, I eat
Okay, be
everything in
honest.
Polish.
Just tonight you can be honest for this
No,
30
I am
minutes.
honest. I eat everything in Poland. And can I say what I like?
Yes, you
Because pierogi ruskie is my favorite with sour cream and butter on it. And zapiekanka, amazing. And pączek for sweet. It's my
Pączek,
favorite.
pączek,
I
the
really
best.
like it. With raspberry inside.
Yes,
raspberry
and
jam.
chocolate. Oof,
With
amazing.
chocolate is the best. Pączek is the reason that we have gained around 10 kilos in Poland. It's crazy.
We eat all.
And did you, that was something new for you, pączek, so the donut, or did you eat donuts before but they weren't
Not
that
in
good?
this way. We didn't
Not
eat
in
in
this
this
way,
way.
yes.
cooked. This is very traditional, and we also tried the traditional one in Torun in the day of Pączek Day. Was it like this?
Tłusty
It was
czwartek.
perfect, amazing. It was really nice.
And something that is not like a dessert style, so Toukan mentioned pierogi ruskie. What about pierogi and Joella? Is there any nice
It's,
connection?
Yeah, it is really nice connection. Pierogi and potatoes, because of course it has to be potatoes inside something. It's pierogi with potatoes and cheese, I guess. There is something strange with cheese because sometimes it's sweet in Poland.
Yes, it can be sweet. Also in the pierogi.
Yeah, but I like with potatoes. It's really nice. Pierogi, I like it.
Was there something that surprised you about how we eat or where we eat in Poland?
When I ask people, they always say Polish people, they eat pizza with ketchup and mayonnaise on it, but I also do the same, so for me it was not surprising. But the thing, you drink beer with straw and with a variety of syrups inside, also I really like it, so it was surprising for me, but now I started to drink my beer with straw.
For me, it was really surprising when children has to drink after they eat. Kind of, we say compot is it in Polish, right?
Exactly.
And it's so strange, and I don't know. I tasted it once. I didn't want to taste it again, but it was nice. It's like maybe I don't know why they put always in lunchtime. Children have to drink.
Yes, compot is a topic for another whole radio program. I also met many foreigners living or just coming to Poland. They shared that like it's something absolutely unreasonable, and they cannot understand how can we have a compot instead of water.
Water, yes.
Though it needs to be said that I guess it's not that popular anymore, but it's very
Kitchen
traditional.
garden.
So maybe like in some places that keep some old traditions, you can meet it, right? But it's a bit rare. And let's come back to something what's for us, like people from Poland, super interesting and something new. So how it is happening back in your countries? Here I mean, what, and if you can identify like a typical routine of eating meals, so you know about timing and maybe types of products that you eat, and you can also like just say us briefly if eating, is it something more social that you, for example, you need to gather for certain meal, or maybe opposite and no one cares. So please tell us a bit more, starting from early morning, what happens?
Oh, well, in my country, it's like if you don't eat together, it's really impolite, and your mother will shout at you 1,000 times, like why you don't join, and you have to join the table when everyone has to be like from the family. We eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like 3 main meals, but we also have 2 other meals like in between. That, for example, around 11 we eat fruit or something like that, and in
11
afternoon
a.m. or p.m.
a.m. In around 11 p.m. I eat sometimes here in Poland, especially pączek, but in Albania around 4 p.m. We drink Turkish coffee and some sweets or tea, Turkish tea that we have very popular.
Yeah, it's in Turkey also the similar, but the breakfast is the most important one. During weekdays it's okay, maybe you have it small, but on the weekends, especially on Sunday, we usually eat at 11-12 o'clock like a brunch. And at my flat always my dad prepares amazing breakfast with variety of food, a lot of food. I really like it, and also we try to eat together with our families. If you live with your family, you should eat with your family. Yeah.
We are doing the same routine in Poland too. We eat together and we cook on Saturday and Sunday. We cook the same that we cook in our country. Like we do the same breakfast that we do there.
Very interesting. So, what can I find on your plates if you say that you're trying to cook the same food as you have back home? So about like specific products, if you can tell us a bit more.
Okay, for breakfast in Turkey you have to eat white cheese. Like Greek people, they call it feta cheese. We say white cheese, the same. And eggs, olives for sure, black or yellow or green, sorry. And what else? Turkish tea, of course, black tea. And sucuk, we have kind of kielbasa, kind of sausage, but Turkish, very spicy one. It has to be on the table on Sundays.
And you mentioned eggs. In what form?
Eggs scrambled, usually.
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
No, same in Albania. I think breakfast is everywhere like this. We have the same breakfast.
Okay, and after breakfast, at some
After
point,
breakfast.
In Turkey, for lunch, for dinner, we usually eat rice or pasta.
It's a must. You have
it's
always
must.
on your table. If you don't have rice or pasta, one of them, the table is not.
And we rice and pasta we cook with butter. It has to be
We
with
cook
butter.
everything with butter.
And with yogurt. In Turkey, yogurt is must. I eat with everything, yogurt with everything. Even some soup, I put yogurt in it.
In our cultures, I think 3 most important things. It's butter, meat, and rice and pasta. I can put in one, like, I don't know the name, how to name it in English. But in every table, like for lunch especially, it has to be rice for sure. If you don't put rice...
so the same in Albania as in Turkey, right?
Mostly
it's very similar.
Rice thing, it's... What about bread? Because there are some countries that bread, it's, at really, as you say about rice and pasta, then in some countries you can have bread like
one of
all
them
the
is
time.
Albanian, that you have to have bread all the time. And I want to go back at the first question that was about what is your favorite thing about Poland, and it's bread. It's cooked in an amazing way. I love it. Amtex, how it's called? Avitex, okay. It's perfect bread there.
A little promotion, but you were allowed.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the same in Turkey. We eat a lot of bread. I try not to eat, but still, it's a culture. Even you have rice and pasta. Some people they eat bread with rice with pasta.
Oh my god, crazy!
Yes.
But no, mostly of things that we cook, like for main dishes for lunch, it's about flour, like burek that we have similar.
So,
cook everything.
if you can just explain shortly what is burek?
Oh, burek! It's my specialty now in Poland because when I came, I didn't know how to do nothing, and now I know how to do burek. Burek is something that Dokan can explain better.
I can
because he's-
explain. You prepare the dough and then you stretch the dough with your hand by your hand and from the edges, and then you have very thin layers, and you put potatoes, onion inside. You roll it and then you
Or
bake
yogurt,
it.
everything.
Also, you can put yogurt,
Yogurt,
and
yeah.
you have to put egg on it before you put it in the oven, and then you have it. It's like pastry, but it's salty.
It's really amazing because I didn't know that it's that amazing. To don't be modest, but before some days I invited the other people from the project, and they were like, "Oh my god!"
So now
I'm
you
feeling master chef.
shared the secret that you, right? You can prepare it.
I can't
With
prepare
your
alone
own
without
hands.
Dokan.
Okay, you together, you are the masters of burek.
Burek, yes. We
Great.
do the burek in
I
Poland.
feel invited. Thank you. Since now I
You are invited.
remember.
Every Saturday and Sunday we cook for everyone who wants to join in our flat. We are really social.
Beautiful. And okay, let me just. I would have a lot of questions for you, and I could listen to this.
Poza rządem. Program o organizacjach pozarządowych.
EVS Streaming Live. So we are back tonight discussing about a very tasty subject, such as cuisine and food products and so on. My guests are Dokan from Turkey and Yuela from Albania. And I already started to feel a little bit hungry after all what you said. I wanted to ask you, do you think it is possible to use your cooking skills or your eating skills, in case of Yuela, no, just kidding, to transfer some knowledge to the others about your culture? Like, have you done it already during this project or before?
No, I can say something. When I try to cook for the other volunteers, like I was trying to explain them the way that we clean, the way that the procedure, I don't know how to say. And in this way you share the tradition, how your parents or how your country in general cooks, and it takes care of food, because I think also for Dokan it's very important the way that you cook and not just the way that you serve in the end. All the procedure it's important.
Yeah. Also, once I baked cookies, Turkish cookies. We call flour cookies, like with flour and sugar only, and then brought to my kids, and then they really liked it. But all of them were like, "It's very sweet. It's very sweet." And my teacher was asking me, like, in Turkey you always have sweet because we have baklava, we have
Yes.
Turkish delight, very sweet. For me it's normal, but for foreigners sometimes very sweet. But they all liked it a lot.
It's true that I got a similar impression as your kids did, that the sweets are amazing, but
But
they're
very sweet.
so super sweet, and
Yeah.
the same for Albanian sweets.
Oh, but we said in the beginning it's not Albanian sweet because it is
Yes.
baklava, lokum,
Yes, you
it's
have the
tolum.
same.
So if we say Albanian sweets, Dokan will fight and the Ottoman Empire will be back. We don't want
So
it.
the Ottoman cuisine.
Yeah.
And Dokan, did you think like to do it again, or maybe to organize some workshop? Do you see that it's possible to do something like really again related with cooking at the place where you work now in your kindergarten?
Yes, I can do it, and I was planning to do it also because we are planning to have one day full of traditional food, traditional dances. Of course, I will prepare something with my kids, with my teachers. I will also teach them how to do it, and yes, they will know about more Turkish cuisine.
As I became the master of burek, on 4th of April I will cook with my kids and my teachers, because I accidentally told them that I know how to cook burek. They were asking me, so I will have to cook with the children burek at 4th of April Come to kindergarten 32. I invite everyone.
Amazing. So you're going to cook with kids and possibly the teachers in the place where you work, in the kindergarten,
yes, in
right?
kindergarten, yes. We were talking with teachers and they invited me to go at the kitchen to see if it is like the ideal place to do burek.
And
Because
is it
space.
ideal? Is it
Yeah,
ideal?
it is. I can adapt very easily. Like I work in, as I am a master now, I can work everywhere to do this burek. I'm very excited to do it with children because it will be sharing them the tradition, the culture. It's very nice.
Amazing. I'm sure that you will realize this and it will be super successful because it's something really beautiful when you combine, when you use simple things to actually share something very important. And it's fun. Cooking is usually
It's
fun
always fun.
for many people.
Amazing.
Yes.
And if you think of this like connection between cuisine and education back in your countries, maybe you can you identify some kind of famous campaigns or projects that somehow used the food or or the cuisine to pass a message, or even that they were not educative but they were kind of big, or you still remember?
I can say something here because last June I was volunteering in one big campaign of slow food. It gathered together farmers from all Balkans and from Central Europe, I think. It was a lot of countries that were presenting their traditional food, like really real food, not those fast foods that we are eating every day, not healthy. And I was participating there because it lasted 3 days. We were going in different workshops, like it was in the center of Tirana, and we were moving in different stages with different workshops, how to eat cheese, how to try olives. It was really nice, amazing. And it had also different workshops to teach people how to really taste the real food and to don't I don't know how to express in the right way, because mostly of the time we have our traditional food and we are not proud of it. And this program, it's going to be in every country, like in each year it's in different countries. This year it was in Albania, and it was perfect because we need to have our traditional food registered in European Union. So if one day hopefully we will be part of it, we have our like main dishes, and it will be really nice. I was very proud to be part of it.
Really cool.
Yeah, we have some kind of big events also in my city, in Istanbul, but I took part in one in Switzerland with my school. We traveled there for 10 days in one city very close to Geneva, and then we presented Turkish cuisine and Turkish culture in the international fair with the students all around Europe studying tourism. And it was so much fun to represent your country, and everyone there was very interested in Turkish because they know all about Turkish food, and we were presenting, we were let them taste everything. It was so much fun. I really like.
Did you also cook for them, or you were promoting the food that
We were
others
promoting
created?
food, but we also prepared a lot of food that they can taste. And at the end of the fair, like all our stand was all
It's
empty.
always like this.
Yes.
In every training course or youth exchange, the Turkish team. Oh my god.
Beats all.
It's like this always.
Joela, I wanted to ask you, back in the past when I was in Albania, there was not yet the McDonald's chain, the restaurant. So, as you mentioned also the topic of fast food and the slow food, I thought I need to ask you, do you have already a McDonald's in Tirana? Or
No, we haven't. We have not McDonald's yet, but I hope we will never have it. I don't really like it, but we have different fast foods that are the same
type of
bad
food.
as McDonald's and stuff like that, like fast foods.
Okay, but not yet invited by the American Uncle McDonald. Good for
No,
you.
we don't. We don't.
Not yet, at least. I guess I'm not asking about McDonald's in Turkey
are
because
many.
it is there already.
In Turkey, you can find every American fast food chain, all of them. But also, it's popular there. But also, our local cuisine is popular. Like, you can go one
Street
day to
food.
McDonald's and you can eat Turkish local food one day.
What can be the typical and nice street food back in your countries? As you mentioned already, zapiekanka in Poland, it's a kind of local fast food, and now you told us that in Turkey you can get some, I guess, some also warm meals, right?
Yes, you can get, but the famous one is simit. In my city, we call it gevrek. It's kind of round-shaped bagel with sesame seed on it. I really like it. Usually during breakfast, we eat it with eggs and Turkish tea, of course, and cheese. And I really like it. And also, you can have döner kebab everywhere. You can have it on the plate, and also you can have it in tortilla, in tortilla.
In Albania, I think it's similar kebab, souvlaki, or stuff like that. But also we have our traditional street food. But Dokan will say again that it's not traditional Albanian. It is meatballs, I call chofte. Dokan calls it köfte. So it is the same. It's like bread with meat. It's just like that, and a lot of spices inside.
It's a sandwich with meatballs in it.
Yeah.
With a lot of salad inside with spices.
I see. And look, from what you said, I get the impression that Polish cuisine has a lot in common, because when you said about the bagel, we have
very similar.
pretzel,
Mm-hmm.
and when you said about kebab, do you know that kebab is it's called traditional Polish food?
Oh my god!
Because
let's fight
it's
three
really-
countries now.
It's really so popular that sometimes we
Yes.
laugh that kebab replaced all this kind of pierogi, bigos, traditional
It's
soups.
everywhere. We have tried kebab here.
Yeah.
Kebab written with P, kebab written
And I
with
want
B.
to say, some places here in Krakow is better than Turkey.
Oh,
yes,
no,
really,
really?
Kebab?
Really, yes, it's better than Turkey. Yes.
Oh my god, Turkey
That's
is
really
listening
surprising.
you, Dokan.
Exactly.
But Poland will be very happy to have you those 3
I
more
like
months.
here also, please.
Tell me, and that's going to be my last question, because we are slowly finishing, or fastly finishing, but nothing in common with fast food. Fastly finishing. What is your favorite food?
Oh my god. Here in Poland, as
In
we
general,
said.
or
In
one of
general.
your favorite meal, or just some food product?
I don't know, but for the moment, the queen of food is ponchek, of course. I love it. I'm in love with ponchek with chocolate, but I don't know about the main dishes. It's a lot. I like potatoes everywhere, like in every kind of way to cook it.
So donut with potatoes inside, with potato filling, would be a master.
I can eat. That's the reason I told you 10 kilos. So I can eat everything.
Great.
For me, I really like içli köfte. In Turkey, we call it. It's a meatball, but it's with bulgur around it, and you have nuts and a lot of spices inside. My aunt does it amazing, so it's my favorite. You can find it in Middle East mostly. I really like it. I'm sure you don't have it here in Poland, but if you try it, you would love it.
Come to Turkey. Very, very simple.
To Turkey, and then to Albania.
Yeah, you are invited.
Sounds really cool. As I told you, that topic is like one of the most pleasant and interesting ever, and I feel like eating something already. Though we need to finish and summarize. Okay, do you want to add something? Is there any message about cuisine and culture that you want to share?
First of all, I want to thank you for inviting on this radio. Program. It's really nice.
You are welcome.
I really miss the radio. And second, I want to say about food that we have to take care a lot how we cook and how we eat, and we have to cook by ourselves mostly to see. Because now that I'm really into cooking by myself, the things that I eat.
Thanks to Dokan, who is just
Yes,
sitting
thanks to
here
Dokan.
next to you.
Everything thanks to Dokan, the master chef of Poland.
And for me, thanks for having us here. I want to say one thing for people. If you like traveling, don't be afraid of trying new tastes, new recipes, new food when you travel. Because when you taste those local food, local drinks, you will be more into the culture. So, eat.
Eat, everything about eating.
Eat and discover and learn about the cultures. And I wish you guys realize even more like some workshops or teaching in your workplace about your culture through the cuisine, because I think it's really attractive and interesting at the same time. And of course, I wish you develop even more your skills. You still have some time here till June, till the end of the project. Thanks a lot for coming here tonight and sharing with us a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sebastian, for producing the program. I invite all of you for the next EVS Streaming Live program. That will be exactly in 1 month. I guess it will be 20th of April, but the date will be confirmed on the Radio Pryzmat website, and also we'll announce it on Facebook of Stream Association. So thank you for listening and good night.
Good night.
On a pair